Let's kick things off this hour, though, by bringing in the expert, as Fox Weather hurricane specialist Bryan Norcross. Bryan, good morning to you. So wondering your thoughts and if we will see a revision or perhaps no changes to the numbers from CSU.
Well, I think there's a pretty good chance we're going to see a change, and I'll tell you why. If you look at the trend in the numbers that you were showing there, it was 13 that Dr. Phil Klutzbach and the team started with in April, then down to 11 in June. And the big question mark through this period was how strong was the El Nino going to be? And if anything, in fact, pretty dramatically, we're seeing an extremely strong El Nino developing. And as we get into June, and especially to July, the trend in El Nino and the forecastability of El Nino increases. And really, the majority of the forecasts call for a very, very strong El Nino. So these were kind of hedging their bets back over here, and I'm expecting that that trend to reduce the total number of named storms is going to continue here in July as we get a good picture that this El Nino is going to be very, very strong. The stronger it is, the more suppressing the effect is on the Atlantic, and so we'll see what all those numbers are. That comes up at 11 o'clock Eastern time. In any case, all below the average taken from 1991 to 2020. And of course, in the 90s, the early 90s, we didn't have the technology we have now, and we were in a suppressed period anyway. So that average is probably a little bit low. So looks like significantly below average hurricane season in terms of numbers, except that it only takes one hitting your town to make it a terrible year. All right, let's talk about the El Nino. And there you can see, look at this box. This is Hawaii up here. And so this is the equator south of Hawaii. And analysis has shown that in this box, if you measure the temperature of the water and how much warmer it is than the overall global tropics, that will give you an indication of this El Nino phenomenon, which changes the weather pattern all over the world, including suppressing hurricanes. And you can see that the more orange and red it gets, the warmer, the more above average it is. And it's part of this vast area, this tongue, that is all well above average, and all the trends are for it to continue to warm. So we'll call it a suppression factor. And then we're going to add in this other area up here. So what we have going on here is a huge heat wave in the Pacific, including up to the north here. So all this area taken in total is way above normal. And what that's going to mean is that any air that flows into the southwest this year is going to come over that and be much more humid than normal and warmer. And so we expect an effect on the southwestern U.S. But on the hurricane season, we're going to call this this El Nino suppressing factor number one in a series of suppressing factors here that we're going to talk about. So this is really an exceptional oceanic heat wave going on in the Pacific, and we expect effects from that, especially later in the year. All right, the second second suppressing factor is the cooler tropics in the Atlantic. And look in this area here, there's from Africa through the Caribbean there. And you notice on average a little bit warmer, a little bit cooler than average, so just about average. So we're not going to get like extra energy in the Atlantic like we did last year and the year before. So call that a suppressing factor on the hurricane season number two. And there's another one. Look at the upper level winds screaming here across the Caribbean and the tropical Atlantic. So nothing can develop under those kind of upper level winds in that belt there. Now, it's really too early for that to happen anyway. So the big question is what's going to happen going into the future. And in general, El Nino years have very strong wind shear, this is. In other words, hostile upper level winds across the Caribbean. Well, let's look ahead here as we go through the next week. And you see they kind of let up here out in the Atlantic, but in the Caribbean, we continue with these bright reds and yellows, very hostile conditions across the Caribbean, as you expect in an El Nino year, and that would just get stronger, if anything, as we go through the year. So that's suppressing factor number three, and we have dust. And so this is across the Atlantic. Look at it out here, a very thick thick dust out here into Puerto Rico. And by the way, it's keeping the temperatures very warm in Puerto Rico because it's like a blanket over the island at night. And we'll call this suppressing factor number 4. What's going to happen over the next week with this? Well, watch this go forward and spread across the Caribbean and Florida and the Gulf and into Texas. Going to make the sunsets here around the Gulf and in Florida quite dramatic as we get into the middle of July. But in any case, this would look to be a significant suppressing factor for at least the next week and maybe a little farther. The dust usually continues on into August. So we have all these negative factors, and you add all that up, and I think that CSU is going to come down with their numbers. All right, now we do have something we're going to have to watch this year, and that is you notice that the water here around Florida in the Gulf, offshore the southeast, is unusually warm. So we're going to watch for systems that might not make it down here, but if they move north of the islands into this zone here, they'll be in a conducive area. Hurricane Andrew comes to mind, by the way, and it really got going in this area here, and there are lots of other ones, Hurricane Betsy in 1965, and so forth. So when you get this kind of pattern of having warm water around Florida called the subtropics, that's where you watch. And the other thing to say about storms that form here is that means they form close to land because that's where the conducive ocean temperatures are. So storms that form close to land are really annoying, of course, because you don't have that long lead time to watch them. So that's just projecting ahead. That's all a maybe, but that looks like what we're going to have to watch this hurricane season. Stephen, Marissa?
Well, you know what? Last season was a bizarre one, right? When it came to no landfalling system in the U.S., and it felt really lucky. And then as we get into this one, always being weary of what could happen. But it is, I guess, not refreshing, but to note that maybe this one could be a less impactful season given the seasons we've had even prior to last year. We did also, right before we tossed to you, Bryan, we did have NHC. They tweeted out or they put on X that, you know what, it appears it's going to be quiet. And to be quite honest, we don't typically see the B-name storm until July 17th. So when you look at that post on X there, at this point, not entirely abnormal. Things you were speaking to as well.
Yeah, I think I said July 6th. I misspoke. But
yeah.
The other thing, Bryan, before we let you go, you had mentioned the marine heat wave that we see happening through the equatorial Pacific. The Western Pacific, Bobby strengthened into a super typhoon. I know you've been following that. I mean, a brief update on what's happening in the Western Pacific, because while the Atlantics are quiet, it's hot like a firecracker in the Western Pacific.
Yeah, so the Western Pacific, that's a major storm that's going to have a significant impact, first of all, in the Ryukyu Islands. Those are those islands that come out of Japan, the very southern part, but also in Taipei, Taiwan, which is the capital of Taiwan, on the northern tip of the island. And then there's a big city in China right in the way south of Shanghai. I mean, China has a lot of big cities, but this is a New York City-sized city there that is right in line. It's kind of a mountainous city there. Just you see Shanghai there, and just down the coast, right in the middle of the cone, there's a big Chinese city there. So this is going to be a very impactful super typhoon. Now, it is going to weaken when it gets up into the waters there between Taiwan and China, but still weaken and broaden and affect a tremendous number of people. So I haven't heard. I mean, we saw the pictures out of Guam you were showing, but I haven't heard, those 4 folks in the Northern Mariana Islands there in
Rota.
What is it? It's Rota and, yes, and just to the north.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. And I haven't, have we heard what happened there? Because they have been pummeled the last few years with terrible, terrible storms there, and their economy has never recovered from the typhoon some years ago. So anyway, it's really bad for those folks there.
I haven't heard. I mean, we heard from Guam. We've heard they were on the southern side of it, but not from those other
much from
islands.
Rota. I know the governor was working with the mayor.
Yeah,
in Rota.
Rota is small, but Saipan is significant, you know. Anyway, yeah, but it's just you feel for those folks there, because I mean it has been, imagine just being hit by monstrous storm after monstrous storm every year, where they went along for years and they had big resorts and everything, and all these businesses are closed and damaged, and it's a very sad situation there.
It is, yeah. I mean, I think it was winds sustained over 150 miles per hour, and even folks were saying there were still people suffering from Sinlaku that hit in April. Still people that had lost housing and were intense. So, it's very warm waters, and the fact that this is going to maintain some intensity as it heads towards Taiwan and China, we'll be watching it as well. Bryan, appreciate you joining us here on Fox Weather Hurricane Specialist Bryan Norcross. Thank you.